Are you still constipated on the carnivore diet? You might be deficient in vitamin B1, which is slowing down your vagus nerve and the motility of your gut. Hi, I'm Dr. Sarah Zaldivar, and I was featured on the first ever carnivore diet docu-series called Reverse CV series. I've also lost and maintained 35 pounds by raising my baseline dopamine, as I explained in this YouTube video. And I've quit my dietetics and exercise physiology professor jobs at the University of Miami, ACSM, and so many other places so I could focus on research and coaching the thousands of clients that I have coached towards better health and fat loss. Vitamin B1 or thiamine isn't found in high amounts in muscle meat. So unless you're including organ meats in your diet, you're probably deficient in vitamin B1, and that is slowing down the motility of your digestion, and it's leading to gut health problems, and you're probably finding yourself having to restrict more and more the variety of foods that you can eat on a carnivore diet. I do have a full YouTube video explaining why you shouldn't be doing that and better options for optimizing your health and body composition. And you can check it out in this YouTube video. I will link it towards the end as well. The problem with not eating enough vitamin B1 every single day is that it is a water-soluble vitamin. So water-soluble vitamins, we develop a deficiency in them very quickly. You could develop a marginal deficiency in water-soluble vitamins in as little as just 2 weeks versus the fat-soluble vitamins such as vitamin A, D, E, and K, whereby we can store them in our fatty tissues, and so even if we're not eating them every single day, it's not a big deal. We can still have enough tissue stores. Now, you can either include organ meats, or if you don't like them, then take organ desiccated supplements. I like ancestral supplements, and you can use my code Dr. Sarah to get 10% off on ancestralsupplements.com. Now, if you don't like supplementation and you don't like the taste of organ meats, you could prioritize pork, because pork is the richest source of muscle meat on a carnivore diet in thiamine. For men, we need 1.2 milligrams of thiamine or vitamin B1 per day. For women, it's 1.1 milligrams per day. If you just have 3.5 ounces of pork per day, it's going to give you 0.8 milligrams of thiamine. So if you're eating a lot more pork, you can potentially get enough vitamin B1 every single day just from your diet without organ meat supplementation or eating organ meats. How would you know if you have a thiamine deficiency or a vitamin B1 deficiency? You could obviously test for it. I will post a link from my storefront in the description box below so you can get a lab test for vitamin B1. And it's good to know some of the symptoms such as fatigue and weakness and neurological issues like nerve damage. If you have nerve tingling or numbness on the side of your body, or your feet or legs are numb, any kind of neuropathy, and also beriberi, which is very rare in modern diets, and Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome, which is usually linked with severe alcohol abuse. And of course, vitamin B1 deficiency is going to paralyze and really slow down the functioning of your vagus nerve, which is the major nerve connecting your brain to your gut. If you're constipated because of a vitamin B1 deficiency, the chances that that is the case are high if you have been doing keto or carnivore diets for an extended period of time and you've lost some muscle and you haven't been training, so your metabolism may have slowed down, especially if you've also lost weight while doing those diets, and so you've probably crashed your metabolism, so a slower metabolism slows down the vagus nerve function. And if you haven't been consuming enough pork or organ meats, then also that is going to lead to a vitamin B1 deficiency. So if you have all those symptoms, so maybe you have a B1 deficiency that's causing your constipation on a carnivore diet. Even slight dysfunction in your vagus nerve slows down the motility of your gut and can lead to all kinds of gut health problems like small intestinal bacterial overgrowth and indigestion and bloating, constipation obviously, and it can affect and worsen your mood. You will never truly overcome a SIBO case or a small intestinal bacterial overgrowth case unless you ensure that you have a very well functioning vagus nerve and that you speed up the motility of your gut. This is why speeding up your metabolism by lowering your body weight set point, as I explained in this YouTube video, is such a critical thing to do, because that's gonna ensure optimal gut health and optimal digestion, because everything will be firing the way it's supposed to even as you lose more body weight. Now, outside of checking for your vitamin B1 status, it's also a good idea to check for the health of your gut, and I recommend a comprehensive stool test. It's a cutting-edge functional medicine type of test. It is a little bit pricey, But if you want to have a baseline and see exactly where you stand when it comes to your gut health, check out the test. It is linked from my storefront in the description box below. And to stay updated with all my research and content that I'm putting out, make sure you're on my newsletter at drsarahzoliver.com/newsletter. And for one-on-one coaching, you can get 50% off on all of my coaching packages when you use coupon code YouTube for the next 48 hours. All my coaching packages are at drsarahzoliver.com/coaching. I highly recommend the premium packages, especially if we have weight loss and body composition changes that we're working on. In those cases, we need a little bit more unlimited email support and motivation and accountability. And so you get unlimited email support in my premium coaching packages. Please share this YouTube video with somebody who you think might benefit from this kind of information. And if you like this kind of content, let me know by giving this YouTube video a thumbs up, subscribing, and hitting that little notification bell icon so YouTube alerts you every time I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.